Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. If you're interested in how I created these 3 fall Dollar Tree DIYs, then let's get into this video. Starting with project number 1, we're going to take this cutting board and this wrapping paper that I bought from the Dollar Tree. I just cut out a piece of the wrapping paper and I'm going to attach it to the cutting board using some super glue. Once I'm done attaching the wrapping paper to the cutting board, I'm going to take this jute twine that I bought from Dollar General, and with some hot glue I'm going to start attaching it to the handle of the cutting board. You can use any jute twine that you have. I know that Dollar Tree sells some jute twine. It's the exact same. I'm just using this twine because I already had it out from a previous project that I was working on. So like I said, we're just going to attach it to the handle of the cutting board, and we're going to just wrap it around and around until we get to the rounded area at the top of the handle. This handle does have starts to groove inward, and so you'll need to use some hot glue at the starting point. And then right when you get to that grooved area of the handle, you will have to use hot glue the rest of the way up because it doesn't really hold well. It kind of slides downward. So once I'm done wrapping it around, I'm going to finish it off with some hot glue and just cut off the excess jute twine. Alright, so now that I am finished covering up the handle with the twine, I am going to take some apple barrel paint in the color Territorial Beige and this foam brush that I got from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take that paint and cover up the rest of the handle that we left showing and also the sides of the cutting board. I just don't prefer the red color showing, but if that doesn't bother you, then you can skip this step. Or I know that they sell a white cutting board as well as the red at some Dollar Tree, so if you could find the white, I would go with the white, but that's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm just going to take this paint and cover up those edges. It will take 2 coats just to have a nice, good, even coverage. So I'm going to put on the first coat, let it dry, and then I'll apply a second coat and make sure that dries completely before we move on to the next part of this project. And I'm so sorry, watching this back, I realized that I'm completely out of frame throughout a majority of this project. I'm so sorry for that. I'll make sure to fix that in my next video and pay more attention to what I'm doing. But you'll see here that I just took a ruler, and I got this ruler from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take a pencil and write out the words, "Hello there, pumpkin." I have to admit I'm not very good at handwriting or calligraphy, and so I was pretty proud of myself. I think this came out super cute still, and I don't know, I really liked it. I get bored of the stickers, and I don't have a cameo or a silhouette, so I have to resort to either the stickers or tracing, and so I just thought I'd give it a try and see how it came out. And you'll see here, after I'm done writing the words out with the pencil, I'm going to just take a permanent marker and go over those words just to make sure that you can see them. You can use paint or marker, either way. I think it'll come out good either way. So, or if you have a silhouette or a cameo, then obviously I would use that. But since I don't have one, I am sticking with this, and I'm just going to use a regular permanent marker and go over it. Either way, whatever works for you, I would do it. And again, I have to apologize. I'm not quite sure what happened to the rest of the footage of me finishing up this project, but I just took some flowers and some leftover leaves that I had got from the Dollar Tree and just glued them onto the top of our little pumpkin sign. And here's our sign all finished. Now we're on to project number 2. Alright, so we're going to start this project off by taking this 3D pumpkin that I purchased from the Dollar Tree in the Halloween section, and I'm just going to start by removing the tag and also the material used to cover this pumpkin. Super easy to remove. I just took a pair of scissors to the bottom of the pumpkin and cut into the material, and I was able to unravel the rest of it. And you'll see here that once I get it unraveled, the pumpkin kind of falls apart. Completely up to you. You could take some hot glue and reattach it back together, or you can just leave it and have 2 pumpkin forms. I just ended up making it into 2 pumpkins, and yeah, it's up to you however you want to do it. And so I'm going to take this mesh tubing that I bought from Dollar Tree in the fall section. Just going to start by adding some hot glue to the bottom of the pumpkin form, and I'm just going to start attaching this mesh tubing. You only need hot glue at the bottom of the pumpkin and at the top of the pumpkin. You don't need it anywhere in the center of the pumpkin. And that's because, I don't know if you could see this because I'm completely out of frame again. I'm so sorry for that. I'm so embarrassed. But this pumpkin form actually has these little hook type things around the perimeter of the pumpkin, and it's up to you. They kind of show through the mesh tubing a little bit, not super bad, but they do show through a little bit. So if I could go back, I think I would cut them off. This pumpkin form is made out of a plastic material, so it'd be really easy to cut them off just using either scissors or your X-Acto knife. I don't know, it's up to you. Either way, it comes out super cute. And you'll see here that once I'm done attaching the mesh tubing to our pumpkin form, I am going to take some jute twine, and before I wrap it around our stem, I'm going to cut off a piece of the jute twine and just tie a little knot at the top of the stem, just so that way if I want, after I'm finished with this project, to hang it, I can. It's up to you. If you don't plan on hanging it and you just plan on using it to decorate, a shelf or a tier tray, then you can skip this step. But if you do plan on hanging it, I would suggest doing this first, because after we're going to take the jute twine and wrap it around the entire stem just by using a little bit of hot glue at the bottom. And same like the pumpkin, you just need a little bit of hot glue at the bottom, wrap it around till you get to the top, and then add a little bit more hot glue to finish it off. And yeah, I think this project came out super cute, super easy to make, cheap, and hey, more money for your buck. You can get 2 pumpkins out of 1. I really liked that. I ended up taking the second one. Same concept, just taking the mesh tubing, but I used it in the burlap tubing, which is my favorite thing to use these days. It's super easy, and I don't know, I really enjoy using it. But I ended up using that and some white jute twine for the stem, and they both came out really cute, I think. And you'll see here at the end, I'll show you a little picture of how they both turned out. But yeah, this project, I think you'll enjoy making it. I really did. This is probably one of my favorite fall projects to make, and I hope you enjoy. And so to finish this pumpkin off, I felt like it was just missing something. It felt a little plain to me. So I just ended up taking some boxwood greenery that I purchased from Walmart. I think it was like $1.97 or something like that. Still super affordable. You can use any greenery you like. They do sell some at the Dollar Tree, so whichever you want to use. But I just ended up taking this boxwood greenery and cutting off a couple little pieces of that, and I'm just going to hot glue that to the stem of our pumpkin. And then I had some raffia left over from the little luau skirts that they were selling at Dollar Tree, and ended up taking a couple pieces of that and just making a simple bow, and also attaching that to our pumpkin. And I think it came out really cute and super simple. And I did the same with my second pumpkin. You'll see at the end. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed making this project as much as I did. I really enjoyed making this one. I don't know why. This one really got me in the mood for fall. Silly, I know. And here is our pumpkin all finished. You'll see in the left hand corner the second pumpkin that I made out of the burlap mesh tubing. Both came out super cute. And also here you can see that you can use them for a tier tray or a shelf instead of hanging them. Up to you. And now we're on to project number 3. Alright, so for the final project, I am going to take this carvable pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and this orange mesh tubing that I used in the previous project, and we're just going to jazz up this pumpkin a little bit. I'm going to start by cutting out a hole at the top and the bottom of this pumpkin with my X-Acto knife, and then I'm going to take the mesh tubing and cut about 4-inch pieces to cover this pumpkin with, and I'm just going to start hot gluing the mesh tubing onto the pumpkin. I'm not going to cover the entire pumpkin. You will see here in a little bit that I left small spacings in between each section of the mesh tubing because I wanted to have some of the original pumpkin showing through, and it does not have to be perfect. This mesh tubing is very forgiving and you can adjust it, as you'll see me do here in a little bit. And the last thing I'm going to add is this wood stem from this pack that I found in the floral section at Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And I just added some hot glue to the top of the pumpkin and placed the stem right in the center of our pumpkin. And yeah, really easy to make, came out very cute, and I really enjoyed making this pumpkin as well. My daughter definitely loves this pumpkin. She loves anything with glitter, anything shiny, and she is in love with fall and Halloween decor. She absolutely loves it. She gets into the spirit every year, and it's so adorable. I love it. And here is our final project all finished. Looks really cute, fits in perfectly with my fall decor this year, and I really enjoyed making it, and I hope you guys do too. Thank you for watching my video, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a new video. And please give this video a thumbs up and say hi in the comments down below. I'd love to meet you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Have a good day.